Oh, hey there. It's me, Pen, and in this episode of Paper Peculiar, I'll be creating another page for my Homage Journal. Today's page is inspired by Cathy from Cathy's Garden. Now, Cathy and I have different crafting styles, but I do admire the way she creates interactive elements and decorative page designs. I've often found myself looking at one of her finished projects and thinking, oh, that was a clever idea. So for this page, I'm taking inspiration from one of those ideas and adapting it using the supplies I normally reach for, like scrapbooking paper and other bits from my stash. That's one of the things I've been enjoying about this Homage Journal series. It gives me a chance to step outside my usual habits and try techniques and ideas from creators I might not otherwise craft like. I've chosen a design that's fun and interactive and beginner friendly for anyone who might like to give it a try themselves. So, the front pocket, I have 2 buttons with a tie for a closure, and behind that, it's a tuck spot, and behind that is another tuck spot. So we have 3, 1, 2, and 3 tuck spots. Inside, we have another tuck spot, and then 2 pockets, a bigger pocket, and this is a little pocket in the front of that I added. Now, Cathy didn't have these pockets. She had something just above. I can't remember if it was belly bands or just some paper stuck down. But anyway, to honor Cathy for this video, I decided to use floral scrapbook paper. The one I'm going to use for a base, I coffee dyed. The other ones aren't, but that's okay. I'm just going to fold this one in half and then smooth it and grab my bone folder, make sure it's nice and creased. And now I'll cut it down to size, height of which I'm going to make between 8 and 9 inches. While my cutter is out, I'm going to prepare the other elements, such as the 2 angled pockets. Using my base as my guide instead of measuring, I am cutting the 2 pockets down to size. In my prototype, one pocket was in the front with this angle, but the other pocket, I didn't use the other side like I am here, so this pocket's going to be on the other angle. And now I'm grabbing the page I'm going to use for the front pocket. And once again, instead of measuring, I'm using my base as the guide of where to cut. I'm going to guesstimate where the fold should be based on the cover. And fold the top flap, which I am going to tear instead of cutting. The front elements are coming together nicely. And now to work on the inside elements. Now that I have everything ready, it's time to round the corner. And next, inking. I'm going to be inking all the edges. I decided I'm going to put a notch just at the top so it's easier to take elements in and out of the pocket. And now I'm going to get the buttons ready. I'm going to glue 2 pieces of scrapbook buttons together for extra strength, as well as do 1 extra circle on the inside to cover up the legs of the brad so that they don't catch on anything. Now that they're all inked and ready to go, I'm going to poke a hole with my awl in the center of the button. Line it up with where I want it on the pocket and poke a hole on the flap. Grab the brad, put it through the button and then through the flap. And I'm going to use my awl to open the feet to secure the brad down. Once it's secure, I'm going to grab that extra circle that I had punched out and I'm going to secure it to the flap to cover up the feet. And now I'm just lining up the bottom button to see where it should go. And I'm going to do the same process that I did on the top. And now that all my elements are ready, it's time to get gluing. And I'm going to begin by gluing the pocket shut. Now I need my string to add as the tie for the front pocket. And now I decided the inside flap pocket needed something a little extra. So I pulled out some ribbon that I had received in my birthday haul. I hope you enjoyed this Craft With Me session in honor of Cathy from Cathy's Garden, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.